Let's make these cookies with a date jam if you want. We're gonna make a paste out of dates, and then we're gonna make a soft, cakey cookie that is beautiful for this time of the year. First thing you need to do is heat your oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 175 centigrade. Second thing, if you haven't subbed, please do so. Turn on the little bell so you know when there's new videos. Thank you for that. Let's do this. So I have a cup of seeded and chopped dates in this little pan. I just want to show you the size. These are nice and plump, and they're quite juicy actually inside, very moist. Most of the time dates, when you buy them, they're dry and a little smaller. So, you know, you might need a little more. As always, I will have this recipe with grams at the bottom in the description box, okay? I'm going to add 3/4 cups of water to this and 1/4 cup of sugar. All right, we're gonna take this to the stove. We are going to cook this at medium heat, stirring constantly for about 7 minutes until this becomes kind of a thick paste, okay? All right, as you can see, this is like a nice thick paste. So we're gonna turn off the heat and we're just gonna let this cool down completely. For our dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of flour in here. It's just all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. All right, we're just gonna mix that well. For our wet ingredients, we have 1/2 cup of softened unsalted butter with 1 cup of brown sugar in here. We're just gonna mix that well. Let's use a wooden paddle better. I'm gonna add an egg to this. This is large and it's at room temperature. You know, if you want to prepare this with a beater, that'd be great. It can be handheld or it can be, you know, a stand-up mixer, that's fine. I'm gonna add a second egg. A 1/4 cup of milk and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. All right, now I'm gonna incorporate my flour into this mixture. And we're gonna mix it in well. This is gonna be a pretty soft dough, all right? So don't freak out, it's fine. I'm gonna start dropping the dough on a silicone lined baking sheet. You can use parchment paper as well. You can use a spoon for this. So now we're going to put a little bit of that date paste on top of our cookies. Let's say we're doing about 1/2 teaspoon per cookie, okay? I'm gonna put a little piece of walnut in the middle here. And we're going to put a dollop of dough on top of that, like that. Okay guys, I am going to put these in an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 176 centigrade, for between 10 and 12 minutes until we have a nice brown border and our cookies cooked. Our cookies are cooked. They took about 12 minutes. I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit on the pan before I transfer them to a cooling rack. So this is how our cookies turned out. Look at them, they're very pretty. I have a couple recommendations. Make sure that you press down the dough so that it looks nice like this, and not like you had a fight with the cookie and threw it on top. Okay, so when you put it on, make sure you spread it out with your finger. Secondly, the paste that we made is too much. You can easily make half and probably still have a little bit left over. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna use it, to use like jam on toast with butter and, to make grilled cheese sandwiches. So just FYI, if you're only gonna make one recipe of the dough, you have too much of the date paste. So we have a nice soft cookie. It's nice and soft in the middle there. Those dates are a little chewy. That's a little special. I hope you make these, guys. Keep them in an airtight container and they'll last you for, I don't know, a week. Probably not that much because they're very good and you'll eat them all. I'll see you soon.